Welcome back. Several films fighting to be #1 at the box office over the weekend, but there can only be one at the top spot. Let's find out who it is. That story kicks off today's trending stories. Here's a look at our hot topics brought to you by Walton Arts Center. Marvel's Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania remained #1 with an estimated $32.2 million in ticket sales. No surprise there.
Yeah.
But coming in hot at the #2 spot is the gonzo R-rated horror comedy Cocaine Bear with $23.1 million in its opening weekend. The film is directed, of course, by Elizabeth Banks, and it's based on a true story, and it stirred up plenty of buzz just from its title and made-to-go viral trailer. So looking ahead to next week, though, there may be a new champ, ding, ding, at the box office with the release of Michael B. Jordan's Creed 3.
Yes. Okay, so I'm interested in this. I also saw like top 5. Avatar is still in the top 5 movies, so it's still hanging on. Of course, everybody's loving it. Of course, I'm interested in Creed. I hate to laugh at the Cocaine Bear trailer because it's based on a true story, but it looks hilarious.
It looks hilarious, absolutely. I know they did a big shindig, too, at the newly announced Alamo Draft House here in Fayetteville as well about this event, which seemed like that was a lot of fun too. So I know there's a lot of hype, a lot of buzz about it. Want to check it out.
Yeah. Well, speaking of movies, Anthony Mackie is teaming up with Stranger Things' David Harbour to star in a supernatural comedy. This one is called We Have a Ghost, and it follows a family who discovers that their house is haunted by a ghost named Ernest, played by Harbour, who becomes a viral sensation after the family's youngest son captures a supernatural being on his cell phone. It's based on a short story and also stars Jennifer Coolidge and Erica Ash, who I absolutely love. She is hilarious. We Have a Ghost that is streaming on Netflix.
Man, Jennifer Coolidge, I feel like, is having a moment. She's all over the place. This looks hilarious.
Agreed.
Yes, well, let's keep this streaming news going. Kevin Hart's alter ego wants to ditch comedy and become an action star in the upcoming movie Die Hart. Hart plays a fiction. You see, I had to hit the hard T there, right? He plays a fictionalized version of himself who is trying to pivot from being pigeonholed as a comedy wingman to being taken seriously as an action movie star. Yeah, to get ready for his new alter ego, Hart attends Action Hero School, run by Ron Wilcox, played by John Travolta, where he attempts to learn the ropes on how to become the industry's most coveted action star. The film also stars Josh Hartnett and Jean Reno. You can see Die Hart on Prime Video.
Okay, I can kind of see Kevin Hart struggling with this in real life, but he's actually done it. He had that one movie with his daughter, so he actually has kind of made that crossover, I think, pretty successfully. But of course, it's Kevin Hart, so you gotta be ready for a laugh, right?
Yeah, you gotta be ready for a laugh. Gotta be.
Well, this morning, NASA's SpaceX Crew 6 launch that was scrubbed in just under T-minus 2.5 minutes. The launch was scrubbed due to an issue with the TTEB ground system. The Crew 6 mission set to lift off early this morning from the Kennedy Space Center. The Falcon 9 rocket was set to take the Crew Dragon, Endeavour, and 4 astronauts up to the International Space Station. So now NASA says it's going to look to launch the SpaceX Crew 6 mission Thursday morning.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens, and that is pending resolution of the technical issue.
Right. The astronauts are strapped in and ready to go.
Do they have to stay in the
I'd have to stay there until Thursday. That would be
That'd
some
be
training.
Terrible.
No, I don't think so. But man, fingers crossed this is going to happen on Thursday. Well, check this out. Getting your driver's license used to be a rite of passage when you turn 16, but that might not be the case for a new generation of teens. Surveys show the majority of young adults eligible to get their licenses today actually don't. Federal data shows only a quarter of 16-year-olds have their driver's licenses, a drop of nearly 50% since the mid-1990s. Experts say this trend is due in part to the popularity of ride-sharing apps and also e-scooters, but also the rise of social media replacing in-person get-togethers.
I do know a couple of friends who do have teenagers that are eligible to drive, and they do not want to. They just don't want to. They're getting rides with friends, or they're like, it's kind of scary. My oldest is 17. He does not have his license. That's more so because of me. I'm upset back there. But he does have his permit. He is ready. He's like, when am I going to get my license?
Right.
And I'm like, what? Well,
yes.
So listen, I'm working on me. But I do know a couple of friends whose teenagers do not want to drive at all.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Jill brought this article, this research up to me on Friday. She was talking about how fascinating this is. And, you know, our daughter does have her permit, so she has been driving, which is also terrifying at the same time. All parents have to go through that. I get it.